everybody, welcome back to the clinic, and I wanted to take some time today to go over one of my most highly recommended products that I share with every single one of my clients. Ultimately, this is something you can get on Amazon. The most recent price I think I checked was at $19.97 as of today's pricing. But ultimately, this is one of the best resistance bands that I have used on the market. It's from a company called Cli-Nick, and they come in 5-packs from extra light all the way to extra heavy resistance. Now, these things are really awesome because they're made of a nylon fabric, and these don't pull hair, these don't bunch up. You can use them for a variety of different exercises too. So for upper body exercises, it's really good to have as a fixation point around the wrists or even the elbows or even up the arm if you'd like. But I really like to use these a lot for the lower body exercises, so things like squats, lateral or side stepping for a lot of people. It's super helpful with a lot of strengthening in these regards, and this is one of my favorite products. Again, every single client that I've worked with, I've wound up giving them this as a product for them to use in their home gym. My personal set is 5 years old, and I use it probably about 3 times a week in my home gym here, and they're still holding up extremely well. Again, they have the designation of what resistance they are on the side of the band. But I think this is one of my most favorite products that I've used not only as a clinician in the clinic, but also in my own personal life too. Highly recommend these. You guys should scoop these up. All right, everybody, before we get going with the rest of the video, I wanted to take a quick moment and just put in a quick disclaimer that this video is not sponsored. All products mentioned were purchased by me, and the opinions expressed in this review are entirely my own and reflect my honest experience with the equipment. The information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please consult with a physician or a qualified fitness professional before beginning any new exercise program or using any new piece of fitness equipment, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions or injuries. Use these brands at your own risk, and I am not responsible for any injuries or damages that may occur from the use of the equipment mentioned. Now let's get rolling with the next part and utilizing this band in action. Alright guys, so I wanted to demonstrate some of the utilization of this tri-band, and I actually have the medium resistance for me right now. Essentially utilizing the tri-band, I more so like to utilize it for lower body exercises typically, but I do use it for a lot of upper body exercises. Today I was actually wanting to demonstrate it with the barbell squat. Utilizing one of these bands for a barbell squat is one of the most powerful ways that we can get a little bit more activation in the gluteus medius and minimus. These muscles help to abduct or bring your leg away from the body. But when your feet are on the ground, it actually helps for stabilization up the chain. This is including your core, your low back, and most importantly, getting the hips to fire. We're gonna get a little bit of activation from the tensor fasciae lata muscle too, which is another hip abductor muscle on the side of the leg. So I love to utilize this with a lot of different athletes, whether you're dealing with patellar tendonitis, patellofemoral pain syndrome, which is very common in a lot of people. It's usually secondary to a lot of overuse that individuals can get. I like to throw these resistance bands around the knee because it's a really big help for strengthening the glute muscles and for your overall stability with some of these more functional movements that we're about to do. So I love the tri-bands. They're super easy to put on. Just slip it around the knees. I like it because it's very easy. It doesn't pull hair, doesn't bunch up while it's on. And let's run through a couple of squats. Whenever I'm utilizing this band, I really like to make sure that I'm maintaining some consistent pressure into the band itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the squat rack unloaded here. Just on a nice light 135 pounds. And as I'm here too, I like to almost do a little bit of a tripod position with my foot. So I'm thinking of doing the big toe, the pinky toe, and the heel all firmly in contact with the floor. I do prefer to squat barefoot when I'm squatting. But maintaining that firm tension in the band, we get really good activation of the hip abductor muscles. So I can really feel this on the side of my glutes, and it's a great feeling. Helps a lot with individuals who are having a hard time with deep squatting. But yeah, as we're rocking out some repetitions here, this can be something you can add to your repertoire for about 20 bucks on Amazon. That wraps up our look at the tri-band. Thanks so much for watching, and this is the first in a new series of gear reviews that I'm putting together, so I'm glad you can join me for the kickoff. If you're into what you just saw, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. There's a ton of other stuff on the channel I think you'll really like, including exercise tips with easy to follow advice to help you move and feel better. I'm working on a clinician series, so if you're in the field, this is where I share techniques and insights to help you sharpen your skills. I'm also going to be covering dry needling and all the things related to my approach with needling, as well as some different referred patterns that we see in the body. And then I'm also going to be doing more reviews. So these are deeper dives into the products that I actually use in my home gym, as well as in the clinic.
Feel free to like and subscribe at the end, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.